What's up, everyone? Welcome to Eyes Closed with Crash the Calm. How's it going, my dudes?
Hey, how's it going?
Silence. There's a lag, so it's just like, how's it going? Crickets. Um, so you just dropped Devils, which is a new single that is, I think, a really different vibe from a little bit more grungier vibe from what I've heard from you guys so far. Can you, in a nutshell, sort of sum up what the song is about and whether people can understand it, um, regardless of the context of the album that you're preparing? Like, can it stand for itself, or is it part of the album? Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, Devils is part of the, I guess, larger work of A Town Named Nowhere and kind of fits into, the story we're trying to tell there. But I mean, I think standing on its own right, it's just a message of trying to get through difficult times, and fighting your way, through it and just hopefully trying to keep hope through it.
I think, yeah, I think it's definitely a big part of the record, but it also is almost like the main concept of the record by itself. Like, the whole record has its own vibes and different styles, I guess. But like the synopsis of the story, I guess, can all fall into just Devils itself, which is just dealing with kind of losing everything and battling back from having nothing and turning it back into something, almost kind of like, finding your way through the darkness and into the light, I guess is a good
Better
way
than I
to
put it.
kind of portray
You
that
both
song.
did fine. I found it so interesting. I mean, so just for context, you're about to release, or next year. That's what I've heard. You're about to release a concept album, and it's sort of based in like the Dust Bowl era in America, um, in a fictional town called Nowhere. So, place town called
Right.
Nowhere. I mean, there's so many reasons why I think that's so interesting. There's talk about, was it the pastor where someone's wife died due to the Spanish flu? But you've been preparing
Yeah.
that like way before this pandemic. So that kind of gave me goosebumps
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, that's eerie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's actually really interesting. So we've been working on this for a few years now, and um, yes, there are characters in the story. We're also going to, be releasing the actual story of itself to go alongside of the lyrics, so everything can be very cohesive in regards to how it flows and how it goes. But yeah, when we were writing this, obviously we had to stop recording the process because of COVID too. And we were having practice one night, and Brian was singing the lyrics to the song, to one of the songs, and it was so eerie how he was literally singing about what was happening right now. And we were like, this is really weird that we wrote this like a year ago, and now it's actually like true, you know?
Yeah,
You
Uh,
guys jinxed
so
it.
yeah, there is a
God damn
character
it.
in the story with the pastor.
I
Sorry, I'm
think
just
Yeah,
we
just
had like
messing around.
Dust Bowl 2.0 this year too.
we had a dust bowl this year too. Yeah,
We
yeah.
had
Oh, it's
or
dust
like
storms. It wasn't
dust
a dust bowl.
storms. Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Uh,
sorry, world. We messed it up, but yeah.
Honestly, you guys are like the prophets of what's happening. No, no. I mean, it's just these things happen, but that really made me jump. And what made you interested in writing about that era? And how does it? Yeah, how did it relate with what you were personally experiencing?
It's really crazy. So me and Brian, the singer, who's not here right now, but we thought of this idea a few years ago, and at the time it was just an idea. It was like, hey, wouldn't that be so cool if we wrote like a concept record about like the Brian mentioned the Dust Bowl era, and he's very into history. So I said, yeah, sure, that would be awesome, but that's like, how are we gonna ever do that, you know? Um, and then as time went on, it started to just manifest itself into this whole big thing. And what's interesting is the main theme of the story is, losing everything and finding your way back from losing everything. And at this time, we also lost 3 of our original band members. So me and Brian really had to sit there and say, like, okay, do we still want to do this band, or like should we just give up? And it's just interesting how we both decided, like, no, let's do this. We're going to get this done, and we had to jump a lot of obstacles, but we have 3 new amazing members that like helped us do this, which is just amazing. So it's just interesting that we battled through that. We battled through all the COVID things, and uh, just a lot of bumps in the road, but we're just staying on path here. So
Why?
yeah.
So why did you decide on a concept album rather than a more regular album, especially because you've had these member changes?
Well, I feel bad. I'm the only one keep talking, but I'll say a little bit about this. I think what it was really just the idea of it, and then just kind of all of us just having like a huge project almost to work on. Like, I know any album is a project, but this one was so detailed and important to keep cohesive with everything about it, that it just like took on a life of its own, and it really just kept us focused, which was huge. Being focused and staying patient and letting it just all unravel, was good for us to go this route, rather than just, hey, let's just write a bunch of songs and now we have a new album, let's throw them all together and there you go.
Yeah.
It helped us grow in a lot of ways. It challenged us in a lot of ways, and it really just showed us too that, like, hey, we could kind of do whatever we want. There's no limitations here. We have a cool idea, let's not just squash it, let's go for it. So
Yeah.
I feel like, from my point of view as being a newer member, when we were rehearsing at first, and obviously then discussing the album, they had, the guys had everything labeled out. So they had all the songs, ready. They had all the ideas for the artwork, the whole context, the plate, the storylines that we discussed before. And I think it was very important to, continue to push all those little projects together to create the overall, experience with the town named Nowhere. So I think that it just came together,
So I'm going to move on to asking you just in general about any more spoilers about the album. Like, I'm trying to just squeeze any bits out of you that I can, because I'm just so curious.
I mean, we got all of our masters back today.
Oh,
or last night, I think, for the record. So assuming there's no changes, we have the record pretty much in our hands. It's going to be 11 tracks, right? Yeah, 11 tracks. And I mean, we've got a music video coming out pretty soon for Devils. I'll be out here soon. That one, I mean, I think the location somewhat encapsulates where, a bit of what's going on with the record, but that one's a lot more, I think, getting to show our new members and, putting us more out there in the world. And then we, second single from the record, be out within a month.
Okay.
We get a lot more stories to tell in the record coming up.
Nice.
Yeah, so one of the things too is, like, we've had this record kind of, obviously we just got the masters today, but the recording process and the writing process and things like that, it's been done for a while. But we didn't want to push the go button, especially with everything being crazy. We weren't even sure if we should release it this year, but we said, whatever, let's do it. So with that being said, we really wanted to make sure we had all our ducks in a row before we hit the go button. And since we released Devils last week or 2 weeks ago, I promise you that there is a ton we're going to be releasing from now until the day the record comes out. So we're going to really try to keep everybody really into it as we build up here. So
there will be things that we're going to release that I have not seen bands do at all. So it's very exciting, very exciting.
Very curious. Do you mean like social media style, like the way it's being rolled out, or uh, I don't know
I
what you're
would
getting
say
at. I'm like,
the content itself and being
really?
and having the fans and people be more engaged with the release and with the band. So there's just a lot of things coming up, and we're all really excited to have this all out and share it with everybody.
That's very cool. I'm keeping my eye on your socials. I found that you have two different Twitters. What's up with that?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's more or less just a dumb story. Our singer lost the password to our main one, I think, and just made a new one instead of doing forget your password. Didn't realize that we had at Crash the Com.
Aw, man.
We're back to just at Crash the Com on Twitter, and
That's
wonder
it?
if we should
Okay.
probably just delete the other one.
Anyway, there's a
Yeah.
lot of social media
Yeah.
talk. I do want to quickly talk about Bad Habits. I just want to know everything, the story behind it. Like, it's because at first I thought it was a relationship thing. Then I thought, oh, it's very obviously about mental health. But now I'm like, I don't know what does "don't bloom" mean? What's going on? So like, just
Right.
randomly give me a few bits about Bad Habits, por favor.
All right. So Bad Habits was basically it was almost like a bridge because we were starting to actually work on A Town Named Nowhere, and the guys that were in the band were just kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't say they weren't interested in jumping into the next record as much as me and Brian were, but they just really wanted to just get something else out. And we're friendly with this band Staleworth that lives on Long Island as well. And so we just said, hey, let's do a split together. That'd be really cool. And then so as Crash the Com, we said, all right, all we got to do is write 2 songs, and that's all we need. Me and Brian had an acoustic-y sort of song, which was The Rue of the Unsound. So we turned that into like a full band thing and experimented with that. And then Bad Habits was the song that just like, at that time we were really kind of very we worked well with each other, so it wasn't really hard to write the song. It was kind of one of those things that like, hey, we're working on a new song, and in like 2 weeks it was like, cool, that's the new song. Like it formed really really quickly because we were at this point together for like 3 years, so it was very comfortable writing with each other, so it just kind of popped out. In regards to the lyrics, Brian's battled with a lot of mental demons through his life, which was what the whole record "How Have You Been" is about. Is just his process of kind of battling through all of it, and so it leaked and spilled over into Bad Habits, which was just another way for Brian to really just vent out what goes on in his head and the things that he has to battle. So personally and lyrically, I don't want to step on any shoes because I don't want to say maybe the wrong things, but that I do know for sure is where all that stuff came from.
Yeah. I'm going to look at the time. We've got 9 minutes left on the clock. I've got 2 more questions for you. What do you guys, assuming that you're doing this on the side, it's very hard to actually make a living, especially right now with playing in a band. What do you guys do for a living? I know that there's someone's very upset about bagels, but that's all I know.
Yeah, Brian. Brian actually got a new job, which he really, really, really enjoyed.
Okay.
And he got a new job being a machinist.
Machinist, okay.
He's got a certificate recently. He went to like a little bit of schooling to move up a little bit, so he's doing great with that. I personally, I teach music. I teach piano and guitar.
Oh.
And the other guys can take it from
there. Yeah. No, well, I was to say Johnny pretty much just teaches too.
Oh, right, Johnny. That's how me and Johnny know each other. Actually, is we teach at the same place. So Johnny teaches drums, obviously, and I teach the other stuff. But
yeah,
sick.
Yeah, I right now I'm in school. Actually, I'm in law school, graduating in 2022.
Damn.
And I'm also working for this music marketing company. We work with some bands.
Okay,
That's all
okay.
I'll say.
But music related, like that's sick. A lot of people,
Yeah.
work at bagel shops and then have a band on the side. How about you, David?
Yeah.
I work at a law firm as a loan processor, so it helps me fund my my true passion, which is music, and it keeps me afloat with all my bills, gets the job done. And I'm actually on work right now. I'm on my lunch break in my car.
Are you? Shit. Okay, so we got 6 minutes. Last question to you before we get cut off here. Who's the most annoying at band practice?
Ooh.
Oh.
Can we
A lot
just
of
automatically
competition.
say the two people who aren't here?
I feel like, honestly, like
Kidding.
the five of us just like all have like really relaxed, like chill personalities that, I mean, yeah, I think we're forming as brothers, so we're gonna irk each other here and there, but I really don't think anybody in the band right now is like has like an attitude or like this bad vibes around them. So when we're at practice, we have a lot of fun when we're together and we're doing things, and everybody's equally as passionate about being in the band and what we're doing, and it's kind of just easy right now. There's not really a lot of negativity or tension, which is really nice. Damn, I've been doing this kind of stuff since I was like 13, and I'm 32 right now. And I don't think I've ever, I mean, I've been in some bands where it was easy going with the members, but this is one of the easiest, I think, right now. It's the lineup we have is just so, I'm just very grateful for it. So sweet.
Aw. That's a lovely note to end this on, looking at the time. Is there anything else you want to plug? Any other like hidden social media accounts that you have? I don't know. Or any dates that are in the calendar?
Could just say November 20th for now.
20.
Nice.
11/20. But yeah, keep an eye on a town named nowhere.com.
Yeah.
And have a whole lot
everything.
It's going to be our central hub, and we're going to start rolling some more stuff out there soon.
Nice. And there's already merch available, I saw, so that might be a cool way to support you guys for now.
We got some
more will definitely be coming.
We got some hoodies and beanies in our shop right now. Pre-order. You can check them out. They're shipping out November 30th. So you'll have just in time if you're looking for a nice Christmas gift for someone.
Oh yeah.
If that isn't an incentive, I don't know what is. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. 11/20. I'll make a note for sure. It's been so nice to talk to you. Thank you for making the time and escaping from work and stuff. Dude, honestly, my pleasure. Goodbye to you guys, and thanks everyone for watching. Check out a town called nowhere.com.
Town named Nowhere.
Check out a town named nowhere.com. This is going to be great for outtakes and bloopers, you guys. Hilarious. Okay. Have an awesome day, you guys. And speak online, I guess. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Have a good one.